You want respect from girls, and you want it now. I get it. We all want respect, especially from those that we, fancy. But let me tell you something, and listen good because I ain't gonna sugarcoat it for you. Respect ain't handed out like charity, it is earned. It's hard-earned. But don't worry because I got your back. If you're watching this, you might be lacking in some areas, and I'm gonna cover them all. So let's begin. Chapter 1, Independence. A man, not a child. Alright, so let's jump straight into the core of this thing. We're talking about independence. Being your own man, the real deal. Look around you. Who's the one that's still living under the cozy, safe roof of his parents? Is that you? Well, it's about goddamn time you make a change. Independence isn't just a word, it is a lifestyle. It's a statement. It's showing her that you are capable of taking care of yourself, of being a man in the truest sense. And no, you don't have to own a mansion or drive a fancy car to do that. But you do need to show her that you've moved beyond your mom's cooking and your dad's curfews. You gotta have your own space, man. Now listen, you don't have to be rich and loaded to do that. The core idea is showing that you can handle life on your own. You pay your own bills, cook your own food, do your own laundry. You take care of your space, keep it clean, keep it respectable. Trust me, no girl wants to hang out with a guy who's still reliant on his mommy to wash his socks. Being independent also means making your own goddamn decisions, standing by them, and dealing with the consequences. You make a mess, you clean it up. You screw it up, you fix it up. No calling mom and dad every time the going gets tough. Because that's what being a man is all about. Facing up to what life throws at you and dealing with it head on. Chapter 2, No Clinginess. The balance of need and space. Here's the deal. Nobody, I mean no one, likes a clingy person. This isn't just about girls, it's a universal truth. So if you're the guy who's constantly blowing up her phone, always trying to be where she is, basically smothering her with your presence, dude, you gotta stop. And you need to stop now. You see, being independent and not being clingy go hand in hand. If you've mastered the first one, then this one should come easily to you. But I understand, sometimes emotions get the best of us. You like her. You want to be around her all the time. But there's a difference between showing interest and downright drowning her. You need to give her space to breathe, to live her life. You gotta understand that she had a life before you came into the picture, and she's going to continue to have one even if you're not in the picture. Don't be the guy who expects her to drop everything for you. Respect her time, her space, her friends, her commitments, because believe it or not, showing her that you respect her life outside of that will earn massive respect in return. It shows that you're not a needy, insecure guy. Instead, it paints a picture of a man who's confident, who knows that he's a great catch, and doesn't need to be constantly validated. Another important point is to remember that relationships aren't about possession, they're about connection. She's not an object for you to possess. She's a person you're building connection with. This connection will be stronger if you both have the space to be your individual selves. So pull back a bit. Give her room to miss you. Trust me, that's really important. While you're going through the journey of self-improvement, you need the right guidance to efficiently level up in life. All the different aspects of self-improvement are brought together in the 0.1% blueprint. The name already gives it away. You're going to have access to all the information that'll drastically transform your life. Since the gym plays a critical part, we included an advanced gym program that's fully customizable to your needs. If you're ready to take that next step in your journey, click that link in the description down below. Chapter 3, Keep Your Word, the Power of Trust. This one's damn crucial. It's all about being a man of your word. Because honestly, if you can't be trusted to keep your word, why should she respect you? Why should anyone for that matter? Look, I understand life happens. Plans change, things come up. But if you're the guy who's constantly bailing, constantly coming up with excuses, constantly breaking promises, it's not a good look, man. It's not a good look at all. Think about it. Every time you break your word, you're sending the message that she can't rely on you. And if she can't trust you with the small things, how could she ever trust you with the big ones? How can she respect you when she can't even respect your own commitments? Think of a guy that, I happen to know, he'd be part of a little inner circle, which I was also part of. So he would get invited every time the group decided to go somewhere. Bowling, clubbing, the movies, whatever. This dude was always, and I mean always, promising he was gonna show up, but then he came in late every single fucking time. At one point, he showed up to the movie when the movie had already started and forced me to come out and get him and miss a really important scene of the movie. I don't remember what movie it was, but God, I just remember thinking, fuck that guy. Not keeping your word makes you lose respect from everyone, not just the girl you want. And believe me, this story matters. If a girl you like holds you to a promise that you made her, you better keep it in check. Mess up once, she might shrug it off, but do it twice, and she might still shrug it off, but do it 3 times, and she's a goner. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that you need to be perfect. We all mess up from time to time, but when that happens, own up to it. Apologize sincerely, make it right, and strive to do better next time. Show her that you take responsibility for your actions and that you value her trust. Chapter 4. Mastering your emotions. Mastering your inner game. I know you got feelings, man. I got them too. We're human. It's just part of the package. But here's where we separate the boys from the men. It's how you handle your emotions, dude. Imagine this. You're out with her and some guy makes a pass at her. How do you react? Do you get all heated, fist clenched, ready to start a fight? That's a boy's reaction, pal. If you want respect, you act like a man. You stay calm, you keep your cool, show her that you're not threatened. Because the moment that you lose control of your emotions, you lose control of the situation, and then you lose her respect. And this goes for all emotions, not just anger. Sadness, frustration, fear, even happiness, you gotta keep them all in check. Feel them, yes, absolutely, but do not let them rule you. A man who is controlled by his emotions is like a ship without a rudder, tossed about by the winds of life. That's not the kind of guy a woman respects. She wants someone who can navigate through the storms, not someone who caves in at the first sign of trouble. Chapter 5. Show humility, the secret sauce. Now listen up, because this one is counterintuitive, but it is absolutely essential. Show humility. Humility is not just thinking less of yourself, it's recognizing your own worth while accepting that you're not the center of the universe. It is that chef's kiss secret sauce to being respected. Nobody likes a guy who brags, especially not the whammons. If you're always puffing out your chest, trying to be a big shot, she's gonna see right through you in 2 seconds, and I guarantee you it's not a good look. But humility, it's sexy. It shows that you're comfortable with who you are. You don't need to prove anything to anybody. That kind of quiet confidence is a magnet for respect. You be drowning in that pussy, as they say. So, the next time you're with her, try to dial back that ego a notch and listen more when you speak. Chapter 6. Be willing to change, adapt, and evolve. Finally, the last piece of the puzzle, the willingness to change. Let me tell you something, the world is in constant motion. Everything changes, everything evolves. And if you're stuck in your ways, refusing to budge, refusing to grow, you're not going anywhere. And guess what? She'll see that. She'll see you stagnating while the world moves forward. And that, my friend, is the quickest way to lose her respect. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not telling you to change who you are. You don't gotta rebuild-a-bear yourself from the ground up. I'm talking about the ability to adapt, to learn from your mistakes, to take on new challenges, and to constantly strive to be a better version of yourself. Now that's the kind of change that'll command some respect. If she sees that you're willing to listen, to learn, to evolve, it speaks volumes about your character. It shows that you are not afraid of change. It shows that you're resilient. It shows that you're ambitious. And above all, it shows that you respect yourself enough to continuously work on becoming the best version of yourself. Respect isn't something that's handed to you on a silver platter. You gotta earn it. You gotta show her that you're not just any other guy. You're a man who values himself. You're a man who respects himself. And when you do that, she's gonna have no choice but to respect you too.